Okie dokie.
Oh.
Hey! So you are tuned in to Lyfe Uncensored. I'm Skylar Dawn.
I'm Dallas Lewis.
And it is Tuesday night?
It is Tuesday night.
Tuesday night in the city of Houston.
Yes.
7 p.m.
7
every
p.m.
Tuesday night.
That's right.
And this is your favorite show?
Ever.
If it's not, it should be.
Should be.
We are so dark. Is there a
I
reason we're so dark?
I don't know why we're so dark. I turned everything up. Nothing has moved. So I don't know why we're so dark. I don't know.
I feel like we're
being very goth tonight.
Yes.
We're in the shadows. This is going to be a magic show.
We are women of the night tonight.
Evidently. And don't I look it.
You're so silly. So how was your week?
Good. I'm proud of this, but it's going to take me a little bit to get used to it. I'm officially the parent of an Aggie.
You are?
I am. Ethan accepted his offer from A&M.
Okay, well, congratulations,
So,
Ethan.
yeah. So this Longhorn now has an Aggie son, a legacy Aggie. He's a third generation Aggie.
Okay, so his daddy.
His granddad and his dad, and now him.
Aw,
at A&M.
congratulations.
So, yeah. Yep.
Congratulations.
So my pledge is to wear white to the
White.
football games because I just can't wear maroon. But I'm gonna wear white to the football games. He won't play. He won't play football. Don't misunderstand me. He's not playing for A&M. He's just attending. But we will still have to go to the games.
They get pretty crazy
They
about
get
their football.
nuts, like nuts. So I'm gonna wear white.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was my big news for the week. That pretty much capped everything. We're really proud of him. Really, really proud of him. So what about you?
Goodness. I've had a pretty bland week, I think. Me and Juju's I have this head stuff.
Yeah.
This pollen. Oh my gosh. The
miserable.
Houston pollen is killing me.
Yeah.
So I still, like last week I had it, this week it's worse.
Yeah.
So we've had, since I got back from South by Southwest,
Yep.
I think we've only had like maybe one day that it was even in the 3,000s.
Which is unbelievably high. If you follow the pollen, that's like ridiculously high.
Yes. So, but it's like almost 6,000 I think today.
Yeah, I feel
and
it.
it's high at like 380. So
like 380.
Yes,
Yeah.
380.
Yeah. So
it's just out. That's just the tree pollen. That's not counting the mold, the weed, or the grass pollen. And I'm allergic to life, everything. So so it's all affecting me.
Yeah.
It's all driving me crazy.
Yep.
And so my head is just like, ugh. So just trying to like do life with this is
Breathe and talk and sit up straight.
keep
and
my head upwards. I
Yeah,
just
and
put it
not
down.
just slouch.
Yeah.
We're gonna lean on each other today.
Yes. Give me a pillow.
This is Lyfe Uncensored, relaxed,
Well,
unplugged.
Unplugged. Yeah, there we go.
Lyfe Uncensored, unplugged.
Well, the funny thing is, Juju has just gotten so used to me just laying on him. I'm just
Mhm.
like, Juju, come let me just lay down on you.
Yes.
Because it's just so like. Ugh.
It's draining.
It is.
It's draining where you
It is.
just can't. It takes effort and energy to lift your arms, and yeah.
And the crazy thing is, okay, so I've been in Houston like 14 years now.
Yeah.
Okay, so every year, I guess I forget that it gets this bad. So today I had a client that said, like, I said, oh, I just, maybe I need to go to the doctor. It's getting so bad. I'm not feeling good. Maybe it's something other than allergies. And she goes, no, your birthday's next week. She goes, usually you have like either walking pneumonia, bronchitis,
Bubonic plague.
Serious sinus infection. This time, every year at my birthday, I have.
You're allergic to springtime.
Yes, well that's what it is.
It is.
It's our pollen count gets so bad.
Yes.
At this time of year, that every year, and then it reminded me when me and my sister went 2 years ago.
Yes.
Yeah, 2 years
Yes.
ago to Cancun for my birthday.
You were
And
dying.
I had walking pneumonia.
Yep.
And I had
Makes for a
bronchitis.
miserable trip.
But we'd already made the trip. We'd already made the plans like 2 months in advance.
Mm-hmm.
And we went, and when the waves were hitting me, I was losing my breath, and I told her, I was like, if anything happens to me, just put me on a plane and take me home. Like, just put me on a plane. And she was like, what do you mean? I was like, don't call an ambulance, or just put me on a plane and take me home. And I remember that today. So I was like, okay, this is par for the course. I'm just going to have to just deal with it.
We make fun of Houston because it doesn't have like seasons, like legit traditional seasons where the leaves change and it gets cooler and then it gets warmer and then it gets hot. It's either hot or miserable hot. And so in the springtime, all of the flowers are, I mean, we have like a 3-day trial of winter, and it freezes the flowers and whatnot, but in the spring they all wake up. And that's what you're feeling
and
right
my
now.
friends always say to friends that don't have allergies like this, they always say like, oh, it's so beautiful, look at all these trees. And I'm like, they're not beautiful. They're not beautiful. I'm allergic to everything.
Yeah.
This is not pretty to me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't go out of my front door. Like, well, at my new house now I don't have a choice. But at my old house, I never went out of my front door.
Yeah,
because we had all of the, what are those ones that have the big, pretty pink flowers?
Bougainvilleas, hydrangeas.
Yeah.
Hydrangeas.
I had so many of those, I just didn't even go out the front door. Because I literally would just, my eyes would swell.
And an oak tree. Didn't you have an oak tree?
Yes.
And I mean, I'm allergic to oak and cedar. So anyway,
Yeah,
it's just,
me too.
so that's where we are.
Yes. So, Lyfe Uncensored. I'm dying right now.
I'm frumpy today. This is, this is what you get today.
So, yeah. But,
Oh, all right.
We still have a couple more weeks. Right?
Yeah,
like
we do. We
4
have
more weeks.
I don't know if it'll be 4.
Yeah, it's about 4. It's about 4. Because I remember.
Okay.
And after today, I remember. So, anyways, you are tuned into Lyfe Uncensored. I'm Skylar Dawn.
I'm Dallas Lewis.
And it is time for In the News.
In the news.
We
yeah.
have some
we got some
crazy
heavy
news.
stuff in the news.
We really do.
That, I mean, it strikes a chord. So, go ahead.
Goodness gracious. So, I just sounded like my granny right there. There's been 2 suicides after the Parkland shooting in Florida.
Yes.
There has been 2 children who have committed suicide now after the Parkland shooting.
Survivor's guilt.
Yes.
Survivor's guilt.
And that's just,
And PTSD.
Yes,
is
it's
what
so
they're being
sad. And
diagnosed
then
with.
just a couple days ago, a father of a 6-year-old who was murdered
In the Sandy Hook shooting.
in the Sandy Hook shooting, he took his own life. So pray for the families, of course, of those families, but of the other families. And the other children that are surviving. But also, we have here in Texas, we have our own mass shooting.
Yeah.
At Santa Fe.
That's close to us. I mean, this is literally in our backyard.
Literally
in our backyard.
And I actually reached out. I know one of the girls, Kimberly, who lost her life. Her mother is in one of my women's organizations, and I reached out to her mother and I said, I'm thinking of you, and this has made me think about that situation. And she made me aware that they have pulled counseling for the children at Santa Fe. So I'm thinking,
no more grief counseling, no more support counseling.
No, for the kids who have survived.
The survivors.
Yeah. Santa Fe.
Yeah.
If this doesn't teach them anything, I don't know what will. We need to do something about that.
Yeah.
There needs to be counseling in for those kids, available for those kids as long as they need it, because these kids are like 19. The girl is 19, and
No, the Parkland shooting was last year, right? It was last.
Yeah,
last year.
she's 19.
Yeah, right.
but this is not something that you just get over,
No,
you know?
no.
So they really need to reevaluate that. I don't know if we can, I don't know, do a petition, call our senators. I'm really not sure what we do in this situation. But this is serious.
Yeah. We, the high school that my children attend lost a student, not from violence. It was a car accident. They sent in comfort dogs, like legit certified comfort dogs to come in and sit with the kids, and that was just for one student. That we had grief counselors on hand for forever after that, and for something like the Parkland shooting and the Santa Fe shooting, you can't pull counselors, because everybody processes things differently. So they don't need to be pulling the counselors while there's still kids, that may still be in need, or you don't know that are in need right now.
And not only that, but they haven't even done the trial. They just now gave him a change of venue, the shooter. They just gave him a change of venue. So I'm sure that brought up a bunch of feelings for me, and I wasn't involved in the shooting.
Yeah.
I went right afterwards to the memorial, and I actually went to Kimberly's funeral. But that brought up a bunch of feelings to me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure for those kids who are involved, there's a lot of feelings. They need those counselors.
They need the counselors. They need,
in there.
well, and they need their parents. If you've got a heartbeat on your kids, or a pulse on them, and you think that they're acting slightly out of their normal behavior, say something. It's that if you see something, say something. And you just want to make sure that you get your kids the help that they need processing this, because we haven't dealt with this. This is not something that most of us do not have personal firsthand experience with, and you need to turn that over to the professionals when you're talking about your kids' lives. So that's
something serious.
Yeah.
So I think that needs to be reevaluated.
Yep.
And I will be checking into that. You better believe it.
Yeah.
Because I just found this out. So that's really all we have in the news,
in
right?
the news. That's what we have for in the news.
Yeah, so it was pretty bleak, but short.
Yeah. Something a little lighter? Maybe?
You think?
I think something a little lighter.
Let's go for hashtag WTH.
Oh, it's my favorite segment. It's my favorite. It's my favorite.
I know.
So, did you like the picture I sent you a couple of days ago?
Of my brother?
Of your brother. It's funny that both of us could relate to knowing somebody like that, being related to him. So Petco or PetSmart, one of the pet superstores, they have a policy that is all pets are welcome if they are well behaved and leashed. So this guy walks into a Houston area pet superstore to test that theory. What was on the end of his leash?
A steer.
A steer, like a full-grown bevo steer with horns and everything. He walked right through the parking lot, walked right through the doors, and true to their word, all well-behaved leashed animals were welcome, and they swarmed him. They loved him. And he just walked up and down the aisles, happy as you can be.
It was so funny because, hashtag
WTH for having a pet steer. But, I mean, this is Texas.
So. We had a pet bull. She didn't know this. I had a pet bull.
Beef. It's what's for dinner.
Well, we didn't.
Yep.
No, we did not eat him.
Yep.
But his name was Rocky. So. Yes. We have
this is what we need to discuss during pre-show.
Yes. Okay. So we had pictures of Trey, my son, sitting on Rocky.
Okay.
Because yes, he was absolutely like my stepmom's pet for sure.
That's funny.
Without a doubt.
That's
she hand fed him.
She hand fed him.
Yes. See, that's what you guys don't understand. I am a country girl.
She got a lot of redneck in her. A lot.
I'm not a redneck. I'm a country girl. There is a difference.
There is a slight difference.
There is a difference.
There is a slight difference.
But when Dallas sent me the picture, it was hilarious because I was like, oh my gosh, my brother. So then I sent it to my mom. I was like, so what is Seth doing
Taking his bull for a walk
yes.
through
Why,
Petco.
why is he taking bulls into our Petco?
Into Petco. Yeah.
It was super funny.
Pick up some Purina. So yeah, so hashtag WTH on that one.
Absolutely.
On
Too
that
much
one.
fun.
All right. Next. I'm kind of tired of talking about this, but it's still in the news. I mean, it's still like making headlines. So
yeah.
You know.
Jesse. Charges dropped.
Hashtag WTH. I don't know what to do with this. I don't know what he faked a racial hate crime, and they're letting him walk away, like with nothing.
Yeah.
If you call 911, like if I were to call 911 and say just kidding, they would be at my house to serve me with papers for making a false 911 call, and I would be in serious trouble for that, like legit trouble.
You'd probably get a fine for that. But for this, the thing that bothers me so bad about this is that he wasted so much energy and effort of the Chicago Police Department when they're already in an understaffed department. And you know, hashtag WTH.
Hashtag I'm over this Jesse thing.
Well,
so.
and he's out there doing this whole vindication that, you know what, he should have just kept his mouth shut and just walked away. And now it's he's just even worse than I thought. I'm just done with him, period.
So to really escape from him, we could go on a cruise.
Hashtag WTH. So
I'm gonna second that.
I
don't do boats.
I have not wanted to do a cruise, period. I've always said, if you guys watched this show before, I've always said before, I will not do a cruise unless you charter a helicopter to be ready to take me off of the effing boat when I am ready to go. I said effing.
I know.
Effing boat when I'm ready to go. Okay?
That wouldn't even work for me because I don't fly. So I don't swim, I don't fly.
Yeah.
We're not doing this.
Okay. Well, that would be the only way that I would go. Okay? Well, this boat.
I think it's a Viking cruise line. It was in Norway.
Baby boat. Okay, so it's out in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah.
With 1,300 hashtag WTH people on it, and has to be evacuated.
Yeah. Like 800 people were taken off by boat or something, and then they docked, and the rest of people. But as the boat is, I know it's making me sweat thinking about the boat just tipping, and no.
Has anyone ever even watched the Titanic?
I've seen it, and that's all I can think about is, poor Leo hanging onto a door, and then he drowns, and...
Well, I have issues with that, too, because why didn't she let him on with her? But anyways, that was retarded. Not even realistic, but, okay, so...
But think about all the things that are going wonky on these cruise ships. You've got food poisoning.
Yeah, they're having like mass listeria or something like on these freaking boats.
I would like a side helping of E. coli if you have it.
I talked to a girlfriend of mine who I will not name on here, who she could be watching right now, who goes on cruises all the time, and she says, "Oh, they make you go to your room. Oh, so I want to go on a boat so I can be like sent
locked
to my
in a closet,
room."
Yes. Pitching back and forth. And,
yes.
I'm gonna say no.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No.
So I could go and get like poisoned.
And then get sent to my room, like I did something wrong.
Well, stuck like claustrophobic.
Yeah.
Or evacuated by helicopter over a roaring sea.
I'm gonna say no, but thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so
hashtag WT.
I choose to do my adventures at Disneyland.
You may want to rethink that. Disneyland Paris had a little issue. Okay, Disneyland Paris has a
this is retarded too.
This is stupid too. Has a terrorist. They thought it was a terrorist attack at Disneyland Paris because escalator broke and made a loud noise. Have you ever been to an amusement park?
Me?
Yeah.
I have done like the amusement park circuit.
Okay, so you know
I am like
how loud
freak
they
for
are.
amusement parks.
And they're loud, right? So
Yeah.
how big was this escalator? What happened to it to make a park think that they were under attack? I mean, it had to be a pretty big escalator. I want to know, did it go all the way to the top of Cinderella's castle? Did it fall down? Was it,
maybe if it like
imploded on itself? I don't know.
Maybe if it like
a sonic boom
went.
I don't know. I just can't. But anyway, so Disneyland Paris was not attacked. No terrorist threat. It was a broken escalator.
Yeah.
Hashtag WTH. Take the stairs. So.
Okay, but little off subject, and we didn't plan this, but I do have a girlfriend.
I hate when you do that.
I know, she loves this. Okay, but I do have a girlfriend. We were at a charity golf tournament riding in a golf cart because, like, I had planned the golf tournament.
Yeah.
And we were riding in a golf cart going to check on people.
Yeah.
And we had a blowout.
In a golf cart.
In a golf cart. And literally, we were riding in the golf cart like this, and she was driving, and we had a blowout, and she literally, like, grabbed her chest, grabbed me, threw us both down, and screamed, "I'm in shock!"
It wasn't me, was it?
No.
Is that something I would do?
Jessica.
Oh my god.
At a charity golf tournament.
Hashtag
yeah.
WTH.
So, I mean, I guess.
It could happen. It could happen. It's fine. We're going to give it to him. It's fine. We're going to give it to him. I just think that was interesting. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that. Okay.
Jess.
Yeah, sorry. I didn't know about it. I would have censored her. Oh, wait. It's Lyfe Uncensored. I can't censor her. I can't do it.
Everyone tried to censor me before.
Yeah, it works so well. Let me just tell you, it works great. Yeah. All right. I know.
Okay. Hashtag WTH.
Go ahead.
Yes, exactly. So, there was a man in the Bronx on the subway who, at like 2 o'clock in the morning, decided that he was going to be a punk AB. Yeah, you guys can like figure that one out on your own. And decided to repeatedly kick a
78-year-old woman.
Yes, almost 80-year-old woman for no reason.
No, he had a reason.
He wanted to be on World Star.
Well, isn't that special?
Yes, like he started just kicking her, and there was high school boys on there to film him, and they're filming him.
Did anybody try to intervene?
No.
Yeah.
Nobody tried to intervene. Nobody did anything.
Yeah.
And he's just kicking her in the head, and then gets off
at the next stop. When the train stops, he gets off at the next stop and goes, "What? World Star this?"
Yes.
And leaves.
Yes.
Who does that?
So, I mean, luckily, the high school kids posted it, and the police activists started posting it. Sean King and other activists started posting it, and the police got a hold of it, and the police chief said,
We're gonna
find this
POS.
Yes, and they did, and they arrested him. This is when our fake clap thing needs to come in. But hashtag WTH, are you kidding me?
You don't do that. If you're watching and you want to become like a viral video sensation, that's not the way to do it.
No.
That's not the way to do it. You don't just have that blatant disregard for human decency.
Watching the video just made me just want to puke.
Mm-mm.
It was just disgusting.
Yeah.
So
that makes me sad. That hurts my heart.
Yeah, it really does. And all I was thinking is, hopefully if it had happened here in Houston, somebody would have
stopped it.
Because I have enough faith in Houstonians here.
Yes, to not put up with crap like
that.
that.
I don't think that they would have dealt with that. I don't think they would have let that happen.
They wouldn't have let it happen.
Because that
as long
was
as it
just
did.
some
Messed up. That's messed up. Messed up.
Hashtag WTH.
Very much so.
Wendy Williams
is having a rough year.
Yeah, she is.
She's having a rough year.
She's in rehab, which kudos to her for that.
Yep.
But her husband is at the hospital with his mistress giving birth to a baby girl. The mistress that she claims her husband doesn't have.
Yikes.
And's been claiming that her husband doesn't have. And
poor.
so he's now
a proud papa. Are you in my head? Get out of my head.
A baby girl.
Oh, so yeah.
So now she has
slime ball. Hashtag slime ball. How about that?
Yeah.
I have zero tolerance for cheaters. I have zero tolerance for that.
He's supposedly had this mistress for a while.
Obviously, at least 9 months.
Been dealing with. There's a lot to this though. Wendy. I wouldn't normally talk about something like this or even like want this brought up.
Okay.
But she is the queen of gossip on her show.
Okay.
Queen of gossip.
All right.
And she is, Nina, she is the, not just the queen of gossip, but she is, talks really bad about everyone in the black community. She's really bad. And if somebody's cheating or if somebody's doing anything like that, she's always like, if they take them back, like the Cardi B Offset, she is like, she puts them down. She's, like just horribly.
So this is karma?
Well, and it's been coming out for a while that he's been cheating, like years. And that he's just been like supporting her because he's her manager, and he's been like,
Baby, there are lots of people out there that can manage you. You don't need him.
No. Well, and so there's been some other things that maybe she's been making it a relationship that it's not.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
For appearances. And so it's like
those don't ever work.
No. And so it's kind of like, which would make sense to why she's relapsed and why she's going through all this, because if she has built up this appearance of something that it's not, and now it's broken down, she's been living a lie.
Yeah.
While they've been living their truth.
Right.
Then a lot of this stuff would start to make more sense.
Right.
So I hope that she can get the help that she needs and get on a path of honesty.
Yeah, that would be prayers for Wendy.
Yeah.
Just prayers for Wendy.
Path of honesty.
Yeah. This is Lyfe Uncensored. It's Tuesday. I'm Dallas Lewis.
I'm Skylar Dawn, and every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. we are here. You can find us on YouTube at Skylar Dawn. Hit the subscribe button.
And then the like button. And then tell your friends.
Yes, that's what we would prefer that you do.
Because we want to become video viral sensations this way.
For not kicking someone in the head.
Not kicking somebody in the head.
Yeah, no. Maybe the guy who kicked the old woman.
Yeah, we could line up to do that.
Yeah, that's about it. We could start the line for that.
Good. I gotta change my shoes though. I got some spikier ones at home.
Yeah.
So
let's use some old, like, not good, nice shoes.
Oh, the good ones hurt more. Anyway, so you can find us on YouTube at Skylar Dawn.
Yes.
And
Instagram and Twitter are Lyfe Uncensored, Lyfe Uncensored. You can get us on Facebook, Lyfe Uncensored Show, or on our personal Instagram and Facebook. I'm SkylarDawn.com.
I'm DH Lewis. I think about that. I think about that every week. DH Lewis, Louis. So yes, you can. That's how you can find us. That's
Not
how you can find
LE?
us. No. Spell my name wrong. Spell my name wrong and watch my head go. Yep.
So every week we have a segment called Lyfe 101, and that's when we talk about relationship. It's a relationship topic. So whether it's an intimate relationship, friendships, co-workers, family, whatever it may be, it's about relationships. See, I'm gonna die today. Okay. So today our Life 101 is 7 signs that you're not over your ex.
7 signs. Stop. Look at us. I love it when we do that. It's creepy. Oh.
She's kind of cheesy.
Very. Very.
Okay, what are the 7 signs?
Okay.
Let's go.
7
Number
signs.
1.
Number 1, you're still feeling hurt or angry. You're still dealing with unresolved feelings. Okay, I'm not over your ex because I'm still angry about it. Okay.
You hear that?
I'm still angry. I have hurt feelings and I have unresolved feelings. So I'm not over your ex. That thing. So
Okay.
I'm not ready to be broken up yet, I guess. I don't know. I'm still angry.
I have no unresolved feelings.
I do. I have several.
A lot of my friends have unresolved feelings.
Okay, so we're not over your ex. Okay, number 2, you can't talk about your ex without getting worked up. See? I'm worked up. This doesn't concern me.
7 signs your friends are not over your ex.
That's right. Oh, if you find it difficult to speak about your ex without going on a long tirade, you're not over them yet.
Okay, so if you can't go, okay, let's slow down just a little bit.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, yeah,
Sorry.
you're getting
I was
really worked
so
up
worked up over her ex. All right.
Okay, so
Let's go back to number 1.
Number 1.
You're still feeling hurt or angry.
Okay.
I need to process what I'm
So
feeling.
if you have feelings of any kind towards your ex, then you're not over them.
You're not over
because
them.
hate. Some people will say like, I hate him, so I am definitely not in love with him still.
No.
Well, hate is the opposite of love
And an emotion.
an emotion. So
Yeah.
you still have emotions
A very
for
strong emotion.
your ex, which means you need to deal with that. Which means you need to deal with that before you get into a relationship with someone else.
That's true. Yeah.
Absolutely. So you still have unresolved feelings for your ex.
Yeah, and when you can just either hear that person's name, think about them, or see them in public and be like, it's just a person on the street. You're over your ex. So, yeah.
Now, if your friends can't, that's a whole different.
Now, then, if your friends can't do that, me, I don't know what to tell you about that. Because I'd like to start my own ass kicking line. But that's just me. That's just
We
me.
need group counseling.
We need group. Private message me. We'll start a group. It's a support group to get over Skyla's ex. That she's not
watching.
That she's not going to be involved in.
Yeah. Do I have to pay for it?
Cool. Maybe. I don't know.
Number 2.
You can't talk about your ex without getting worked up. I can't talk about your ex without getting worked up. I don't know.
Okay.
I haven't had as much time to process as she has, so it's very new for me.
So if you can't talk about your ex without getting worked up,
you have things you need to deal with. I mean, you have things you need to. Clearly, I have things I need to deal with.
yeah. See, and okay, so I'm thinking about that. So I'm thinking when there was times that I still got worked up, there were literal, actual things
That led up to that.
There
Yeah.
there was subjects like this hadn't been handled yet.
Yeah.
There were still loose ends.
Loose ends. Yes.
Loose ends.
Loose ends.
So once those loose ends were tied up,
problem solved.
yes.
Problem
So
solved.
I could see that situation if you have loose ends. If you have all your loose ends tied up,
Then you should.
that shouldn't be.
It'll offer you closure.
Yes.
It'll offer you
So
closure.
if you're
and you can
having
move on.
problems with that, you might need to make a list of what those loose ends are.
That's a great idea.
And solutions to those loose ends.
Yes. Yes. That's a good plan. I should do that.
I've been in counseling.
Me too. But we didn't talk about that. We didn't talk about your ex when I went to counseling. I should have put that on the list. I'll tell my shrink next time. All right. The thought of your ex, number 3, the thought of your ex dating someone else sends you into a tailspin.
Ooh, the thought of your ex dating someone else.
Like, you're not with that person. but you don't want them to be with anybody else. So whether the breakup was on your end or on their end, you don't want them, you really don't want them with anybody else.
So you don't want happiness for that other person.
No, which means you still have unresolved feelings,
right?
And loose
so it
ends.
Goes back to
so
loose
it
ends.
all goes back to
yeah. Well, it may not be loose ends, because if you don't want them to be happy,
you're not happy with
you're not
something
happy.
going on with yourself
Yeah.
that has that they're just like a conduit for that energy.
Yeah. If you don't want someone else to be happy, then you really need to look at yourself and why you're so unhappy.
Right.
Because anytime there's anybody in life that I'm not happy that they're happy, or I'm wishing unhappiness on them, or I'm not thrilled that they're happy.
Yeah.
Then I know that there's some energy inside of me that's not right.
Yeah.
So for that, if I'm not wanting them, but I think I think that there's a little bit of that that's natural.
Mm-hmm.
There's a little bit of that that's still, I don't think that that's completely, I don't know that always completely goes away, completely.
Yeah.
Because even though, like, with my ex, I'm happy that he's happy, and I wanted him to be with someone else to be happy, because I knew that he and I weren't going to make each other happy.
Right.
I think there's still that little bit of, like, well, we were going to do that, or we were going to go there.
Right.
Or we had always talked, our hopes and dreams were to go there.
We're to do that.
So I think there's still that little, I think give yourself a little bit of break on that. I think there's a little bit of,
that's natural.
That's not completely unhealthy.
Right.
A little bit of it. But if you completely don't want to see them with
then
another
you need
person,
to probably address
what's going on inside.
Some deeper stuff.
Yeah.
Number 4, you're fantasizing about getting back together. That's a big red flag that you're not over your ex.
Definitely not over your ex.
Yeah. If you're ready to get back together with them and you've got that planned out in your head, and then that's a huge red flag that you are not over your ex.
Yes.
Not over your ex.
Yeah, because once the relationship is over,
yeah, it needs to be over.
It is over.
And if you're pushing for, you need to ask yourself, the article says you need to ask yourself, why you want to be friends with your ex. Are you trying to be friends with your ex because you want to get back together with him? Or are you trying to be friends with your ex because it's a healthy situation for everybody involved?
Now see, my ex and I are friends.
Yes.
So
her ex and I are
not. my ex and my friends are not friends.
Yeah. But they're friends, and that's great. Yeah. But here's a situation that would be helpful, healthy, and useful, is when you have children.
Yes. When
you have children together, it benefits everybody if you can at least be civil and cordial and on somewhat friendly terms, because it's the kids that get screwed when you can't be friends with your ex.
Well, and also we had almost half of my life together.
Right.
So we were like family in a way. So
and families were intertwined, and you knew everybody. And then I mean, so it's
a different, like, his daughter is having children, and I adore that. They're so cute. They're so, like, I could not imagine not seeing them,
not knowing them.
Yeah. That's there's things like that.
It's different.
Yeah, but I think that the fantasizing about getting back together, I think once you actually have, like, a full breakup, no matter what, you have to know that you will never go back to that same relationship.
That's true.
No matter what. That relationship is dead. So you have to know that regardless.
Yeah, that's true.
So fantasizing about getting back with that person, you need to move on. You need to work on yourself, because you broke up for a reason. And then if for whatever reason, God, the universe, whatever you believe in, brings you back together,
the relationship is going to be different.
It will be a whole new relationship regardless.
Yeah.
So I think that the healthy thing is to move on and work on yourself. And then if it's meant to be, then you'll be brought back together.
Right. Oh, wise one over here. Number 5, you're feeling lonely. Okay, I
We
don't
both
agree.
had a problem with this.
I had a problem with this. I don't agree that just because you're lonely, you're feeling lonely, that means you're not over your ex. Because you can feel lonely in a room full of people. You can be lonely in a relationship, and I mean, we go through lonely phases. We go through lonely phases. Whether you are in a relationship, out of a relationship, smack dab in the middle of a huge family, I mean, that's not a good indicator.
Yeah, I didn't think that was, we both, when we looked at this before, I don't think that's, because like I said, I mean, there was times I was with him, I felt super lonely.
Yeah.
I felt less
It happens.
lonely out of a relationship than I did, but like I feel lonely now. I don't want to be back with him.
No.
You know, so I think that there's times loneliness is a normal feeling.
Yeah. And
Feel
everybody
your
goes
feelings.
through it. I
That's
mean, it
normal.
just, yeah, feel your feelings.
That's normal.
It is. It's normal, and that's not a red flag that if you're sitting there going, oh my gosh, I'm lonely, maybe I should get back together with my ex.
Or
No.
get together with anyone.
Or, yeah.
Loneliness,
no. Loneliness
is
is
a
okay.
normal feeling. It's
Yeah.
okay. It's okay to feel it sometimes.
Yeah.
It's okay. Don't jump off a building.
Nope.
And don't jump into a relationship or anyone's bed. It's okay.
It's
Lonely's
okay to be
feel.
lonely.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Just jump into a Netflix account.
That's right. That's right. Binge watch. It'd be great. Just binge watch.
Now I'm a master. I'm super brilliant.
Fantastic. All right, number 6. You're digging for information about your ex on social media or from mutual friends. Okay, I have a friend that has done this. Would drive by her ex's house, would kind of cruise through parking lots of establishments that she thought he might be in, and this is not a great. Okay, this is a strong indicator that you're not ready to be friends because you've still got some issues, deep issues.
Well, it's a very strong indicator you're not over your ex.
Yes.
But it's also a strong indicator that you need a hobby.
Boundaries.
You need boundaries.
Boundaries.
You need help. You need maybe counseling group to talk to.
A restraining order.
Yeah, well,
I mean, it's...
yeah. Well, see, there's a big difference between stalking someone on their social media a little bit
and driving by their house. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying. Just gonna throw that right out there. Not naming names, but let's not do that. Let's stay safe out there.
Yeah.
Stay safe. Stay safe out there.
I have cameras at my house and my job. So if you drive by my camera, if you drive by my house or my job,
yes.
I'm probably going to report you to.
You're being recorded.
To a couple different authorities.
Yeah.
One will be the police and another is not.
The police find you first.
Because
it's a public service announcement.
Yeah.
Just pray the police find you first.
Because that's just not a
it's not okay. It's not
okay. No. Don't
so,
drive.
And it means you're really not ready to be friends with your ex yet. So
no, or in a relationship at all.
No.
Because that's yeah.
That's rough.
Yeah.
That's rough.
But I mean, I know people. It's not just your friend.
No, it's not just.
I know there are people,
and I have more than one friend that's done that. So I mean, yeah. All right. So finally, number 7. This is a good one. This is a really. This is a good one. You're waiting for your ex to become the person you wanted them to be when you were together. You can't make somebody, you can't. They're not like Play-Doh. You can't sculpt them into something. If you're staying friends with your ex just so that you can keep tabs on them or hoping that they're going to magically transform into the person you thought they could be or should be, that's...
Well, you know that saying, like, everything I learned in kindergarten?
Yes.
unless you started dating them in kindergarten,
Yeah, you can't change them.
you're probably not going to be able to change them.
Yeah.
So, I'm thinking this one right here, don't hold your breath.
No. I mean, if you're waiting for them to, I don't know, stop drinking, stop cheating, chances are that
it's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen. They like that lifestyle. That's their comfort zone and their sweet spot, and they're going to stay there. And it's time for you to move on.
Well, even it doesn't even have to be something that major, because those are major things. It could be something as small as, you know, taking the trash out. If you've asked them on a regular basis, take the trash out, and on a regular basis they've shown you they're not going to take the trash out, then you have a disrespectful person.
Mm-hmm.
You have someone who doesn't respect.
Oh my God, my kids. No, I'm just saying.
But you have a man who is not a respectful person of your wishes.
Yes.
Someone who doesn't respect what's important to you.
Right.
So if you're dating him this way and then you decide to marry him,
it only goes downhill from there.
Yeah. You're not very
have
smart.
Have fun with that. Yeah.
Yeah. So no.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, don't think that and don't think if you broke up and you give ultimatums. I see this.
Oh
Girls
my
give
gosh.
ultimatums.
Why?
And I'm always like,
oh, that blows my mind.
ultimatums.
You either do this or I'm going to leave. You either do this, you know, marry me, or I'm going to do. Ladies, come on.
Yeah, I'm like they're breaking up and then they're like, we will get back together when you do X, Y, and Z.
And he's probably going, bullet dodged. I'm done.
Or he's out doing whatever he wants and he's like, okay, well, when she's missed me long enough, we'll get back together.
Yeah.
And that's what happens.
She
has to bend.
Do that. Don't do that.
Look.
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
No. It's not going to happen.
Mm-mm.
He's not going to change. Or she's not going to change. It's just not going to happen. It may happen for a week.
Yeah.
A week.
Yeah.
Maybe even 2. Because, I mean, anyone can do anything to get what they want.
Right.
But it's not going to stay that way.
Mm-mm.
So, this was a good 7 signs.
I liked the 7
really
signs you're not over your ex, and it's helped me cope with the fact that I'm not quite over her ex. So,
and it's helped me see some things.
So it helped me see some of my shortcomings that I need to work on personally. So I'm thankful for that. Hopefully it was good for you too. So
this is Lyfe Uncensored. I'm Skylar Dawn.
Oh, I'm Dallas Lewis. It's Tuesday.
And we are here every Tuesday night at 7 p.m.
Oh, yes. Yes, we are. That was Lyfe 101.
For your
brought to you by the
enjoyment
Huffington
needs.
Post. You can go look it up. Yeah. So, I'm just shaking my head.
I'm like, wow.
Your friends are going to watch this and go, your co-host needs, like, medication.
Counseling.
Well, I have both. So, there you go. This is me with counseling and meds.
Oh, God.
I know.
Chivalry. So, etiquette 101, Southern charm. Is chivalry dead? No. Stop.
What is wrong with us tonight?
It's the pollen.
It's the pollen. Yep, it's the pollen.
It is. It has to be. So, is chivalry dead?
No. We're bringing it back.
Yes.
If it is, we're bringing it. We got
we
defibrillator on it. We got it
popular.
Yep. We're making it cool again. Yeah.
Because we are so cool.
We have moments. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to myself and say I'm cool all the time, but we do have moments.
I lie to myself every day. I'm like, I'm the coolest.
Did you say you annoy yourself every day?
I lie.
Oh, you lie to yourself every day.
I'm like, I'm so cool.
Okay, well, I tell my kids that I'm cool, and they just laugh and laugh.
See?
And laugh.
Juju just goes,
Oh, yeah.
so.
My dogs do that. My dogs think
believes
I'm cool, but
He believes
that's
it.
about it.
So, chivalry about keeping your word.
Oh,
Do you know how chivalrous that is to keep your word?
Spot on.
Men. This is not lecture time. Actually, we do this segment for you.
Benefit.
We do this segment so that you see what's important to women, what's important to us.
And how not to be an ass,
Yeah.
basically.
God, she cussed before me tonight.
I did. Well, I'm very passionate about this. I'm still riled up about the last segment, so.
But keeping your word is super, super, super important. So it can be as small as like about a date.
I'm going to call you on Thursday. Call on Thursday.
Yes.
Or don't say anything.
We're going to dinner on Wednesday at 7 p.m.
I will be at your house at 6:59 to pick you up. Dude, be there.
Or let's do something on Saturday.
Don't call on Saturday morning and say, hey, are you busy? Make an effort.
Yes.
Keep your word. If you're going to do something on Saturday, you need to have some sort of a plan in place. So, don't you think? I mean, so that wanting to do something, making a mention of a weekend plan and then calling the day
This is a huge thing that I hear from especially single women. I hear this all the time.
Well, it kind of happens with married women too.
Well, that's what I was gonna say.
I mean,
I hear this side of it, but I know that it also happens with married women.
Yeah.
But I hear the side of it's so hard to date. It's so hard to be out there because men, it's like they're so flaky nowadays.
Yeah.
They're so flaky because you never know, like, you'll talk to them and they'll be like, let's do something on Thursday. And you're like, okay, let's do something on Thursday. And then, like, you don't hear from them. What did you want me to, you wanted me to set up a date on Thursday? Like,
I'm not the cruise director.
Yeah.
No.
Like, hello.
Impress me.
Hello.
Yeah.
Like,
and then you whether you make separate plans or not, that's your business. If you
I'm not going to make plans if you told me that we're going to do something on Thursday.
And then to not.
And then when I don't hear from you, then I'm like, okay, well, he's unreliable.
Yeah.
So, and then if I hear from you on Saturday or something, and you're like, hey, what are you doing? I'm like, sitting by the phone waiting for you since Thursday.
Yeah.
So then I'm not going to take you seriously ever again in life, honestly.
Or trust you.
No.
If you can't keep your word on something small, how are you going to keep your word on something big? That's
no. There's like a trust bank. There's like a bank.
Yep.
It's like a bank, and you make deposits.
Yeah.
You
little things.
Yes.
Little
you make
things.
deposits. It's like a bank.
Yeah.
It's the bank of
trust.
Our relationship.
It's a trust and loan.
Yeah, it is. But it's a bank of our relationship, whether it's our friendship, whether it's the relationship between me and a guy, and you're making deposits in it. And when you tell me you're going to do something, you're making a deposit in. Every time you keep your word, you make a deposit. Every time you don't keep your word, you're taking out. If you don't have shit to take out,
you're in trouble.
You owe me.
Yeah. Well,
with interest.
With interest. We'll send Vito after you.
Yeah, with interest. So then when you do that, I'm just like, what am I supposed to do? Because you're telling me that you're interested in me.
But you don't show that you're interested.
But you're not showing me that you're interested.
And that doesn't stop after you start dating. That needs to continue. Just because you put a ring on it doesn't mean that you stop trying to do that.
No.
You need to work even harder. This is somebody that you promise to love and cherish for the rest of your life. That's going to take a little bit of effort. That's going to take a little bit of effort. And just, I mean, be the man you were created to be.
Yes. And you have to continue. That trust bank continues through the relationship, through the marriage, through children.
Yes.
It continues.
Yeah.
And so if you are supposed to do a chore or do a dinner or do a
pick a kid up.
Yes, and you don't do it, or you put it off on something else or someone else, or call last minute and you can't take care of the task,
then we got a problem.
Yes, then you start taking out of the trust bank.
Yeah.
So a very chivalrous,
honorable man keeps his word.
Yes. And like I said, it can be something very little.
Very
just
small.
Like, what are you doing? If you call me on Sunday and say, what are you doing on Thursday? And I say, oh, I don't have plans. And you're like, well, let's do something.
We expect to hear from you.
Yeah, for me, that means on Thursday we're going to do something.
Yep.
Right?
Yes. Keep your word. Just keep your word.
Because then if anything else comes up between Sunday and Thursday, I tell them I have plans on Thursday.
Yeah.
So then when you stand me up, right?
Yeah.
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 Doesn't look good on you, buddy.
Not even a little.
Mm-mm.
So, yeah. So the bottom line is just keep your word.
Yes. That was the word of the day.
Yeah. That was your
On
nugget.
today's Playhouse.
I forgot about that show.
Shows how old I am.
Oh,
Well, you know,
wow.
like when birthdays and stuff come around, you start like
Yeah.
reminiscing and you start,
Yep.
yeah. So anyways, this is Lyfe Uncensored. I'm Skylar Dawn.
I'm Dallas Lewis.
And we are here every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. You can catch us on YouTube at Skylar Dawn, on Facebook, Lyfe Uncensored Show. Go follow us.
Yeah.
Like us. Yeah, like us.
Like us. Can
Yeah,
you follow
like
us
us.
on Facebook?
Subscribe to us on YouTube.
On YouTube, yes.
You can see us each and every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Right now, we're on Instagram and Facebook Live at skyladon.com and DH Lewis.
Yeah.
But pretty soon, we're only going to do
YouTube.
So go to our YouTube, hit subscribe, Skyladon.
You'll get a notification.
Yes, and we will be there. Thank you guys for tuning in. We love you guys. Mwah. See you next week.
Thank you.
Good night.